Smiling days and sunny hours, busy bee from vernal flowers sips nectar sweet and well supplies his feet with pollen, a fragrant prize. Hence, learn, my youthful friends, to weigh and fix the worth of every day. In life's fair prime, your stores increase, that hoary age may pass in peace. From Jonathan Fisher, 1834. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rob McCall. This is the Awanadjol Almamac, a collection of natural and unnatural events, rank opinion, and wild speculation devoted to feeling at home in nature and breaking down the wall of hostility between us and the rest of creation. This is the almanac for the last quarter of the flower moon, May 31st to June 2nd, 2013. For natural and unnatural events this quarter moon, if insects can feel happiness, it's safe to guess that there are several million happy bees darting and dancing from flower to flower through the orchards and the blueberry barrens these days. Watching a honeybee or bumblebee nuzzle up to a fertile blossom and do its ecstatic dance among the petals is sure enough evidence that they are seriously partying down. In a dance that has been performed for eons, the flower beguiles the bee with its intoxicating perfume, and the bee rewards the flower by gathering its pollen and spreading it far and wide. And what reason is there to think that this does not feel exquisitely pleasurable to both? Some 60,000 hives of honeybees, Apis mellifera, are trucked into Maine to pollinate fruits and berries in the spring. Truckloads and truckloads of joy. One orchard I worked in ages ago got its hives each spring from an old man named Louis. He said his unpronounceable last name rhymed with unconscious, so we just called him Louis Unconscious. The dilapidated beehives were held together with tin, tar paper, and wire, and so was the old truck he brought them in on. Every now and then one of the hives would just disintegrate as we lifted it off the truck, and we would run like the blue blazes through the blooming apple trees with clouds of angry bees close behind. Unfortunately, honeybees today are endangered by colony collapse disorder. It killed some 40% of domestic bees over the past winter, and evidence points to neonicotinoid pesticides, whose use increases yearly, as the root of the problem. In self-defense, the pesticide manufacturers blame the varroa mite, which attacks bees in the hive. More likely, the pesticides weaken the hive and the mites finish the job.
I would think so.
The European Union has taken this matter seriously enough to pass legislation limiting the use of these pesticides as a measure to protect the bees. Maine also has at least 270 species of wild bees that help with pollination.
Isn't that amazing?
According to the University of Maine, at least 40 of these species work the blueberries. Did you know this? There are 15 native Maine species of the well-known bumblebee, Apis bombus. One of these is even managed commercially for blueberry pollination. Bumblebees are particularly well suited for the Maine climate, as they can raise their body temperature above that of their surroundings, enabling them to reproduce in colder conditions than other bees. Just like any Mainer, really. Here's a field and forest report. The flowers of ash, maple, and oak have gone by, but the pines are still in flower. Their tassels emerge from buds on last year's growth. They're about 3 to 4 inches long and covered with pollen. And in some areas, this yellow dust coats the surface of ponds and puddles, not to mention your car's windshield. If you're having coughing and sneezing fits these days, you can probably blame Maine's state flower, the white pine cone and tassel. In the fields, while dandelions and bluets go to seed, Buttercups and daisies are coming into bloom. And along roadways and on poor and disturbed soil, the unofficial Maine floral emblem, the lovely lupin, is coming into bloom with its tall spires turning purple, pink, blue, and even white. And if you're especially lucky on an early June day, you may even see a tiger swallowtail butterfly flutter by. Finally, a couple of seed pods for you to carry around with you this week. The first one from Edward Abbey. This flower is irresistibly attractive. I have yet to look into one and not find a honeybee or a bumblebee wallowing drunkenly inside, powdered with pollen, glutting itself on what must be a marvelous nectar. You can't get them out of there. They won't go home until closing time. And from Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Well, that's the almanac for this quarter moon, but don't take it from me. Love to see for yourself.
I'm doing the B. Thank you, Rob, for inspiring the B.